promiscuity is found amongst the promiscuous. And I've been playing around with this idea of purity, purity for men and purity for women, and this concept of emotional promiscuity and sexual promiscuity. I think that emotionally promiscuous men is equivalent to sexually promiscuous women, in that when men give up emotional vulnerability too soon, for women generally, when either one gives up too soon, right? When a girl becomes intimate too soon, when a woman becomes intimate too soon, she feels slightly disgusted with herself. And then when a guy gives it up, vulnerability wise too soon, generally you'll feel disgusted, like, I shouldn't have shared that with her. I told her too much too early, whatever, etc. And so it's a turnoff. It's a turnoff, right? Like, I saw something the other day. This guy, he was talking about how he kept opening up to girls like early on in the talking stage and how they kept ghosting him. And I think of this idea that women are completely repulsed by the emotionally promiscuous man, in the same exact way that men are sort of repulsed by, not sort of, but men are repulsed by sexually promiscuous women. Because when it doesn't have value, when it's shared too easily, it's less valued. And women, because they value that emotionality, when it's given too easy to them, they start to question, like, okay, who else are you sharing this with? Who knows this? Who else? So it's a sign that you're not I guess discerning with the most vulnerable part of yourself, which is you. And I think about this a lot. I think about the way that purity is valued for both of these sexes. And I don't know. I keep trying to test the theory. I keep trying to see. I keep trying to study. I keep trying to think through like different scenarios and everything like that. But I think this is something that is deeply misunderstood. That is pretty on point with this. And also, when a woman opens herself up physically, she opens herself up to be sort like conquered or destroyed, right? She makes herself vulnerable in a physical way that if a man is not careful with her, he can do damage, right? Because she's making herself vulnerable, right? A woman in a man's space or in bed or whatever is making herself physically vulnerable, in the same way that when a man opens up spiritually or emotionally, he also makes himself vulnerable. He exposes that part of himself to a woman who, with that information, can completely destroy him. And so I think that's why there's this nuance, and I think this equivalency of emotional promiscuity and sexual promiscuity are actually equals. So I just want to come on here and speak a little bit on that, and I might talk about that more later.